Hello everyone. In today's session, we'll focus specifically on understanding the nature of organizational theory. This means we'll look at its core characteristics, how it draws from multiple disciplines, how it has evolved over time, and how it helps us to analyze and improve institutions, especially in the context of agriculture, rural development, and extension services. Organizational theory serves as the intellectual framework through which scholars and practitioners understand, design, and evaluate the functioning of organizations. It seeks to explain how organizations are structured, how they operate, how they evolve, and how they interact with the broader socioeconomic environment. Theories of organizations are not abstract academic constructs alone. They are vital tools for diagnosing organizational challenges and prescribing solutions. Organizational theory refers to a systematic body of knowledge that explores the nature, design, structure, and dynamics of organizations. It draws from multiple disciplines such as sociology, political science, economics, psychology, and systems science to develop conceptual models that interpret how organizations behave and how they can be managed more effectively. As we move into the core of today's session, it's important to recognize that organizational theory is not a single rigid framework. Rather, it's a broad and dynamic field shaped by multiple perspectives and disciplines. In this slide, we are looking at the key features that define the nature of organizational theory. Each of these features helps us to better understand how organizations function, adapt, and interact with their environments, especially within the public sector, rural institutions, and extension systems. Organizational theory has a multidisciplinary foundation. Organizational theory draws from various disciplines such as sociology, which involves the structure and culture of organization, psychology, which includes the motivation and behavior of organization, economics, it defines the efficiency and productivity of the organizations, and political science. It is about the power and authority in organizations. This interdisciplinary foundation enables a holistic understanding of organizations, and this reflects how organizational theory draws from various fields, giving it a broad, integrative perspective. Another nature of organization is that it is descriptive, analytical, and prescriptive in nature. Organizational theory doesn't just describe how things are, it analyzes relationships and also offers actionable guidance for designing better organizations. Organizational theories are evolutionary in nature. Theories of organizations have evolved from classical mechanistic views to dynamic flexible models. Classical theories emphasized order and control, whereas modern approaches recognizes complexity, environmental uncertainty, and human needs. Organizational theory are grounded in assumptions about human nature. Each theory is based on different assumptions about human behavior. For instance, McGregor's theory X assumes that people are inherently lazy, while theory Y assumes that they are self-directed and creative. These assumptions shape the recommended organizational design and leadership style. Another nature of organizational theory is that it is interpretive and contextual. Organizational theory recognizes that no single model applies universally. It interprets behavior in relation to context or situation, such as environmental uncertainty, size, technology, or culture. And this is the basis of contingency theory. Organizational theories are focused on structure function relationships, which means that organizational theory seeks to link the structural features such as hierarchy, centralization, formalization of the organization with organizational outcomes like efficiency, innovation, or responsiveness. So the structural features are always directed towards the organizational outcomes. Organizational theories also explains organizational diversity and change. So why do some organizations thrive under rigid hierarchies while others succeed through loose networks? Why do some fail to adapt to changes? All of this organizational theory provides framework to answer these questions and help us to understand the differences in the organizations. Organizational theory also serves as a diagnostic tool, helping the managers to identify structural weaknesses, cultural dysfunctions, or coordination failures and enable evidence based redesign. For students and practitioners, understanding organizational theory is not optional, but it is totally essential. Whether one is managing a public sector institution, or reforming an NGO, or redesigning a rural extension system, the theoretical foundation, such as these organizational theories, helps one critically evaluate how structures influence behavior, how leadership affects outcomes, and how external environments shape internal operations. Thank you.